And now let's get the starting lineups for this evening's contest. First, let's meet the offensive starters. For the discoverers of Columbus. Number 1, Brody McGee. Number 2, Trey Baker. Number 6, Ernest Hoffman. Number 8, Mason Moore. Number 11, Blake Thompson. Number 16, Gary Beck. Number 54, Hector Amaya. Number 59, Katie Tiki. Number 67, Dave Schmidt. Number 72, Santos Gonzalez Jr. And number 73, Emmett McGeegan.
And welcome to second round coverage of the high school football playoffs live from Seacrest Field between the Columbus Discoverers and the Lincoln Southeast Knights. Last week, Columbus won their first round matchup and Lincoln Southeast got a bye as the 4 seed. First, for the visitors from Columbus, their head coach told me earlier this week that the biggest thing, the most important thing for them right out of the gate is to take care of the football. Last week, they had 2 turnovers in the first quarter, and head coach Craig Williams said that cannot happen against a very, very talented Knights squad. For the Southeast Knights, they're led by quarterback by McGinnis Schneider. He has 920 yards through the air and 174 yards on the ground all by himself. He's accounted for 13 TDs and only 2 interceptions. Lining up next to Schneider in the backfield will be Max Butenbach. He is actually a Nebraska baseball commit, so a little bit of a dual athlete. He's just shy of 500 yards on the ground on the 2020 year. He has 4 touchdowns as well. To begin this one, Columbus will kick it off to Southeast. Southeast wearing their all-black uniforms. And then for Columbus, they're wearing white helmets, white jerseys with silver lettering, which can be tougher to see up here in the press box, but then maroon pants as well. It's a chilly one here. Earlier tonight, we saw Lincoln East defeat North Platte 42-0 to advance to the third round. The winner of tonight's ball game between Southeast and Columbus will face the winner of Elkhorn South and Fremont next week. And so Garrett Esch coming off will be the kicker. Columbus coming off of a win last week against Papillion La Vista, 31-14 in the first round. And we're ready to get things going from Seacrest Field. Thank you so much for joining us. As the kickoff will go into the end zone for a touchback. And now is our first opportunity to see McGinnis Schneider. Like I mentioned before, 6'1", 185-pound senior quarterback. 63 of 108 through the air on the year, 920 yards. This Southeast offense has a trio of wide receivers that can be lethal in Jake Applegate, Tavion Thompson, and Derek Branch. You can even add Ethan Steer and David Swanson into that mix and make it deadlier. As first play from scrimmage will be a toss play to the left side. Nigel Bridger with the first carry of the game with a strong, powerful run off the left side up to the 28-yard line. Good for a gain of 8. Schneider in the shotgun formation. And before we can get going here on second down, we'll have a penalty marker. It looks to be a false start charged to Southeast. So push the pigskin back 5 yards, makes it 2nd and 7. 2 wide receivers out to each side. Bridger will be in the backfield with Schneider. Looking to throw, looking deep to a wide open Knight. Falls incomplete. Jake Applegate, the intended receiver, and McGinnis Schneider is angry at himself for missing his wide open receiver, Jake Applegate, who had nothing but green space in front of him. So following the incomplete pass, it'll be 3rd and 7 now from the 23. The Knights coming into this one as the 4 seed, Columbus the 13th seed in Class A. Snap back, 3-step drop, being pressured is Schneider. He will out to his left, still looking, has nowhere to go, and he is taken down. Sacked behind the line, McGinnis Schneider taken down for a loss. Columbus was able to get enough pressure, and here comes the punting unit. Braden Boudreau out there to punt this one away for the Knights. So following that penalty on second down, Southeast wasn't able to recover. Fair catch signaled for at the 49-yard line of Columbus, and that is where Trey Kobza, the returner, will field it. So now it's our turn to see Brody Mickey, the junior quarterback who has 14 touchdown passes and only 6 interceptions on the year. And the rest of the Columbus offense out there. The leader on this defensive side of the ball for Lincoln Southeast is Jake Applegate. He'll be kind of playing that nickel position on the defense. A little bit of a hybrid between linebacker and defensive back, as Mickey will roll out to his left. Still looking, and it'll be out of the reach of Kobza here on the near sideline. Applegate's stats on the defensive side of the ball: 48 tackles, 3 interceptions, and 2 fumble recoveries on the season. This Lincoln Southeast defense has forced 24 turnovers in 7 games. Snapback handoff on second down. Mason Moore was the ball carrier on that second down play. Short gain of 3. Makes it 3rd and 7. Just under 10 minutes left in the opening quarter here, as Mickey gets the snap. Looking, he'll be a quarterback draw, and he'll be taken down short of the first down marker near the 45-yard line. So now Craig Williams has a decision to make, as we have an injured player. It's actually going to be Brody Mickey. And so while he gets tended to, we're going to step aside. 9.5 minutes left in the first quarter. We'll be right back on KOKNTV.com. Nick Sainer back here at Seacrest Field as the Discovers are faced with a 4th and 4. While Brody Mickey gets help to the sideline, now it's going to be Riley Iberg's turn. The backup quarterback for Columbus. And so on 4th down, they will punt this one away and try to pin the Knights deep. It's going to be a line drive kick headed towards the sideline. And it will be downed, or I should say bounce out of bounds, around the 10. So march on the Lincoln Southeast offense with 9 minutes and 24 seconds left in the first quarter. Butenbach will be behind Schneider. He'll get the carry on 1st down. Tries to bounce outside for a moment and then cuts back up the middle of the field. Gets tackled near the hash mark at the 16-yard line. Gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5. Shotgun formation, toss left side to Butenbach once again, trying to get to the edge, then reverses course, trying to find blockers. Schneider helps him out a little bit, gets to the edge on the near sideline, and man, Max Butenbach ran quite the distance for a gain of only 8 yards, but nonetheless gets a Southeast 1st down. Snap back to Schneider, tosses left side. Nigel Bridger, the senior running back, the ball carrier on that play. Short gain on 1st down, brings up 2nd and about 7. Ball's marked at the 28-yard line. Fake the toss, quarterback run with Schneider. He'll get a couple on that 2nd down. Keeper up near the 30-yard line. 3rd down and 5. Still early in this one, just 4 minutes into this one as both teams have had possession at least one time. This will be the Knights' 2nd possession here on 3rd down from their own 30. Nigel Bridger to Schneider's left. Defense backs off a little bit. Quick pass out near sideline. Derek Branch on the receiving end of that pass. And they're going to say that he got enough for the 1st down. So 1st down, Lincoln Southeast. Columbus head coach Craig Williams told me earlier this week that their biggest thing that they want to focus on is, other than protecting the ball on offense, rather on the defensive side, they need to get off the field on 3rd down plays. Schneider takes a snap, misdirection to Bridger on the counter. Bridger has a hole, cuts back up the middle of the field, has 1st down and a couple extra just for fun. Up past the 50-yard line to the 48. Good for another Knights 1st down. And this is something that the Knights offense can do to you. They can wear you out for the front 7 on your defense and then throw over the top to guys like Applegate, Branch, and Thompson. Toss play on 1st down to Bridger once again, looking for blockers. Jumps over one of his linemen up to the 45-yard line. So short gain of 3 on the 1st down toss play. 6.5 left as they'll come out in the single back formation. Nigel Bridger, the man behind McGinnis Schneider. Derek Branch in motion. He'll get the handoff. Cuts up the field. Good job by Columbus there, sealing off the edge, not letting Derek Branch get to the far sideline like he was wanting to. Branch may have gotten a yard on that play. Fourth down territory here for the Knights. 3rd and 6 on this play. Toss play right, Butenbach looking to throw it on a halfback pass, gets hit, and he has Ethan Steer wide open. Steer pulls in the pass, and wow, what a throw by Max Butenbach as he got drilled right as he let go of that football and was able to hit the back shoulder of Ethan Steer. And make that 1st and goal for Lincoln Southeast as they have 3 running backs behind Schneider. It will be a toss play out left. Nigel Bridger trying to find the end zone. There is a penalty marker on the play, but as of right now, it is touchdown Southeast. Nigel Bridger lost his helmet on that run, so he'll have to exit for one play. But this one may be coming back. The touchdown will stand on an 8-yard run from Nigel Bridger. Good for his 7th touchdown of the year. He puts Southeast on top. And the point after is good. 5 minutes and 24 seconds remain in the first quarter of action. Lincoln Southeast leads 7-0. Because of that block below the waist on that touchdown run charged against Columbus, they'll actually move this one up 15 yards up to the 45-yard line of Columbus to kick this one off. Kick will be fielded near the 7-yard line, taken out to the near sideline, and eventually taken down by a couple of Southeast men in coverage, Ethan Steer being one of them. Now remember, Brody Mickey was actually injured for a moment last drive for the Discovers, and it looks like he's back out there. So let's keep our eye on him and see if anything's bothering him in the next couple minutes. Run play on first down in the wide receiver jet sweep. near the first down marker on that first down carry. Garrett Esch was the ball carrier on that one. And they'll say he got enough for the first down. So good play call on first down there on the jet sweep to get enough for the first down as Mickey will send his running back in motion. As they'll throw out screen on first down to Ernest Hausman. Short gain of 2 on that first down pass play. And they'll say he actually got 3 on that one, so make it 2nd and 7. Columbus comes into this one with a 6-3 record and coming off of a win against Papillion La Vista last week. Wide receiver in motion once again, gets the handoff. That's Garrett Esch once again, who ran for a first down earlier, but this time stopped behind the line. And they'll actually say forward progress got him near the line of scrimmage. Braden Boudreau was the first knight there to take down Garrett Esch. 3rd down for Columbus. Yet to see a pass play on this drive for the Discovers, and we see it here on 3rd down. Brody Mickey looking, rolls out to the left, escaping pressure, trying to find Hausman. Pass will be complete to Garrett Esch on the near sideline. Somehow, Garrett Esch was able to come down with that one as Ernest Hausman was running right in front of Esch. But luckily for the Discovers, number 16 in white there was able to make the catch. First down, Columbus. So make it 1st and 10 at their own 43-yard line. Just over 3 minutes left in the opening quarter. Southeast leads this one 7-0 as a little bit of misdirection on the wide receiver carry here. And Barrett France says no thank you. Along with Taylor Tuioti. And Tuioti's brother Tatum was also there. Brody Mickey gets the sign from his sideline. Sends Garrett Esch in motion from bottom to top of your screen. Mickey rolls out, looking Garrett Esch's way. Pass is almost intercepted. Derek Branch read the eyes of Brody Mickey there, who telegraphed that pass Garrett Esch's way, and luckily for the Discovers, Branch wasn't able to get another interception for Lincoln Southeast. 3rd down coming up for Columbus at their own 42-yard line. High snap, Mickey recovers, looking, dumps it off to his running back, Liam Blaser. Nowhere close to a first down, but we're at that area of the field where head coach Craig Williams may decide to see what his offense is made of. But before we can do that on 4th down, it looks like Maddox Burton is down on the turf. Just a little bit of a recap if you're just joining us here. Nigel Bridger had an 8-yard score for the Knights. Brody Mickey, the quarterback for Columbus, went down momentarily but seems to be doing just fine on this drive. Lincoln Southeast has not lost a game this year. They're coming to this one 7-0. And just to show you how wide open Class A is, Lincoln Southeast with an undefeated record is the 4 seed. And so any of those top 4, 5, 6 teams in Class A could be good enough to win it all this year. As Maddox Burton gets helped off the turf, we're ready to continue this one. We'll see what Craig Williams decides to do with his Columbus offense. Just a little over 2 minutes left in the first quarter. Winner of this game gets the winner of Elkhorn South, the 5 seed, and Fremont.
And the pass is 4-7 from the 46-yard line.
Coach Williams will keep his offense out there, it looks like, and then they'll back up the quarterback, Riley Iberg, who doubles as the punter. High snap, Iberg recovers. He'll boot it away towards the sideline once again. Does not want to let Derek Branch or Butenbach get the punt return. And the Knights will take over at their own 13-yard line. Here comes McGinnis Schneider in the Knights offense, ready to try to tack onto their lead. Butenbach will be to Schneider's left. Fakes the handoff, does Schneider, and he has nowhere to go. A trio of discovered offenders there to make the stop. Hector Amaya was the first one there. Loss of 2 on that first down play, so 2nd and 12 coming up from the 11. Schneider back to pass. Finds Derek Branch open. And it looks like he hauled it in just shy of the 20-yard line around the 19. Good gain on second down to make it 3rd and 4. Snap back to Schneider, looking right, being blitzed. Throws it deep to Tavion Thompson. It's going to be hauled in near midfield, and he'll be taken down at the opponent's 45-yard line. And that's one of the joys of having a 6'4", 200-pound wide receiver in Tavion Thompson that Schneider can throw the ball up to, and know that over half the time, Thompson will come down with it. Snap back to Schneider. He'll keep it himself on the left side and get a gain of 4 or 5 on that play. And that will be the end of the first quarter. So after 1 quarter of play, Lincoln Southeast leads Columbus 7-0. We'll be back with the second quarter and more right here on KLKNTV.com. Nick Sainert back here at Seacrest Field for second round playoff football between Lincoln Southeast and Columbus. It's hard to watch this Southeast offense without talking about the college interest that some of the players have. And just to name a few of them, for example, Jake Applegate, who's a junior has been talking to Nebraska, Wyoming, Northern Illinois, and Eastern Michigan, and he's only a junior. He'll be lined up in the quarterback slot as he'll keep it himself, running to the left side, and has trying to stay on his feet as Applegate. He'll stumble around the 25-yard line or so. And right on call is Jake Applegate delivering for a Southeast Knights first down. Tavion Thompson, who we saw with a big reception late in that first quarter, has a University of Charlotte offer and then has a preferred walk-on offer from the University of Nebraska as well. As McGinnis Schneider is in shotgun. Hands it off to Butenbach, the Nebraska baseball commit, and he gets tackled near the original line of scrimmage around the 25-yard line. Another wide receiver for Lincoln Southeast, Derek Branch, has already committed to Cornell to continue his football career. And then Maddox Burton on this offensive and defensive line for Lincoln Southeast has talked to Nebraska, Minnesota State, and even the University of California. Shotgun formation, Schneider will keep it himself on this one. Has a hole up the middle of the field, jukes back, and he'll get up near the 15-yard line, right near that first down marker. As we have a stoppage in play here momentarily.
Dead ball. Line in the backfield. Offense. 5-yard penalty. Replay second down.
So we'll actually have a penalty on Lincoln Southeast for having too many men in the backfield, and head coach Ryan Gatula has his palms up in the air like asking for an explanation. Gatula in his 10th year has the Knights with a 7-0 record. They're averaging 140 yards passing each game and 180 yards on the ground. Schneider back to pass, being blitzed by the Columbus Discoverers as Jake Applegate gets tripped up, and Lincoln Southeast looking for a penalty flag, and there's no laundry on the field, so pass falls incomplete. Brings up third down and long.
Third down.
Officially 3rd and 16 from the 31-yard line. Schneider rolls to his right, looking the other way to Butenbach. Catches the football, bounces outside, and then gets wrapped around and taken down. There's a penalty marker on the play. Ernest Hausman was the first guy there to greet Max Butenbach and wrap up his knees.
Flag on the play.
Looks like it may be a block in the back here charged against the Knights. And now Craig Williams has to decide whether or not he wants to decline the penalty and bring up fourth down.
Illegal block in the back. Offense, number 6. 10 yards penalty. Replay third down.
So Coach Williams will accept the penalty and drive it back 10 yards from the spot of the foul. So back at the 36-yard line, makes it 3rd and 21. And if you're the Discover's defense, you have to watch for a shot here towards the end zone with trips to the right as pass in front of the middle to Ethan Steer complete and finally wrapped down after multiple attempts by the Columbus defenders. Ian Luby was the Discover defender there to make the tackle. 4th and 11 from the 26. So gain of 10 on that third down pass completion. And before we get a snap here, Lincoln Southeast will call their first timeout of the half. We'll step aside momentarily as well. 10 minutes and 11 seconds remaining in the first half from Seacrest Field. We'll be right back on KLKNTV.com. Nick Sainert back here at Seacrest Field. We appreciate you watching high school football right here on KLKNTV.com. Lincoln Southeast has the ball at their opponent's 26-yard line. 4th down and 11 coming up. Schneider will take the snap looking right. Has Tavion Thompson out on the right side. Has to make one guy miss, and he will. And he was trying to find the goal line. Cuts back to the middle of the field, and he'll be tackled all the way down at the 5-yard line. 1st down, Lincoln Southeast. Tavion Thompson with another big completion gives the Knights a 1st down. 1st and goal, Southeast on the 5-yard line, and we see a similar formation which they scored a touchdown. Similar play as well. Toss to Nigel Bridger on the left side, trying to get his way towards that goal line, and he's going to be short. And finally, they'll blow the whistle and blow that play dead. Forward progress will get him up near the 2-yard line. So gain of 3. And they'll say he only got up to the 3-yard line, so mark it a gain of 2 on that play by Bridger. Hand off to Bridger once again, just lowers his head, and it looks to be a tad short. Bringing up 3rd down. Southeast will stack 3 running backs in. Push Schneider, trying to push him across the goal line, and they'll have a penalty marker on the play. I do not believe that Lincoln Southeast was set for long enough, and so that may be the call. So the official call was a false start, but I believe that not all the players on offense were set for as long as they need to be before McGinnis Schneider snapped that football. So they'll move the football back 5 yards to the 7-yard line. 3rd and goal. Ethan Steer and Tavion Thompson will be at the top of your screen, and Derek Branch is at the bottom. Barrett France in motion from the left to the right. Schneider sends Branch in motion, as Schneider rolls to the right, looking Branch's way, still trying to escape pressure, and he'll be taken down in the backfield. Sack on the play by Columbus takes McGinnis Schneider down at the 10-yard line. So thanks to the sack and the penalty, Lincoln Southeast will be forced into a field goal attempt. Nate McCashlin on for the Knights. This will be a 27-yard field goal. And the kick is up, has plenty of leg. Is it good? It is. Just under 8 minutes left in the first half of action. Lincoln Southeast extends their lead to 10 over the Discoverers. Like mentioned before, the winner of this game gets the winner of Elkhorn South versus Fremont. And as of right now, Elkhorn South has an early 10-0 lead over the Tigers of Fremont. That game's going on up in Elkhorn. Nate McCashlin ready to kick this one off, give it back to Columbus. After the Knights extended their lead to 10, thanks to a Nate McCashlin 27-yard field goal. And that one will go into the end zone for a touchback. One thing's for sure, McCashlin sure has plenty of leg. We've seen that on all of his field goals and that kickoff right there, clearing the goal line by a few yards. So here comes Columbus with Brody Mickey, man in the offense. Mason Moore will be to his left, and he'll send a receiver in motion. Play action. Mickey will keep it himself, running to the left side, being chased by Applegate, and Applegate with a good tackle on the edge, taking Mickey down from behind. Gain of a yard. Up to the 21-yard line. Makes it 2nd and 9. Receiver in motion, and they'll call a wide receiver pass. It looked like they were trying to get, as they will stiff arm a couple guys, cut up field. Garrett Esch was the ball carrier on that play. Another short gain. Good job by this Southeast defense to limit a big play. Brings up 3rd down for Columbus. Lincoln Southeast trying to get off the field once again. Snap back to Mickey, looking. Has to escape pressure to the right. Throws off his back foot. Pass is going to be hauled in, but incomplete. They say he did not have a foot down in bounds. Trey Kobza was the intended receiver on that play. Fourth and 7. And Craig Williams will bring his punting unit onto the field. So what this Columbus offense will do a lot of the time on 4th down, like you see right now, is they'll bring up their backup quarterback, Iberg, in, and then motion him out to the punting spot. Iberg with a very low kick, bobbled at the 48-yard line by Derek Branch. Luckily for Lincoln Southeast, nobody was in the vicinity of number 6 in black there, and he was able to pounce on it. First and 10 from the 48-yard line. Just under 7 minutes left in the first half. Chilly evening here at Seacrest Field, as Bridger will get the carry on first down. Has a big hole up the middle. Good job by the Knights offensive line, creating a lane for the senior running back. Gain of 12 on that first down carry brings up 1st and 10 once again. 3 wide receivers at the bottom of your screen. Play action, read option. Schneider will keep it himself, trying to break off of the initial tackler, Trey Kobza. But then eventually got taken down after a gain of 5. Pass on first down, picked up off the ground almost by Ethan Steer. Good athletic play on the edge there by number 16, Steer, the senior wide receiver, as we have another injured Discover on the ground. I believe that is Ernest Houseman. So while the medical staff tends to Houseman, we will step aside. 5 minutes and 51 seconds left in the second quarter. Lincoln Southeast is driving up 10-0. That was indeed Ernest Houseman down on the turf, but he was able to jog off the turf there. So back comes Lincoln Southeast facing a 3rd and 4 from the Discover's 34-yard line. It's one of those third down plays that head coach Craig Williams of Columbus said they need to get off the field, and they do not on this one. McGinnis Schneider carries it inside the 20-yard line, good for a Knights first down. Gain of 16 on that quarterback keeper. Good decision by McGinnis Schneider. As they'll hand it off to Bridger on first down. Gets tripped up instantly at the line of scrimmage and then just dives forward for a gain of a couple. We're seeing a heavy dose of Nigel Bridger rather than Max Butenbach today. Head coach Ryan Gatula thinks it's better to go with the senior rather than the sophomore. So far, the only touchdown of the game is by that senior running back, Nigel Bridger, on an 8-yard scamper into the end zone in the first quarter. Derek Branch in motion, and they will hand it off to Bridger. Has a big hole up the middle of the field, and he will find the end zone. Touchdown, Lincoln Southeast. And guess who? Nigel Bridger scoring from 17 yards out for his second of the night and 8th on the season. Ashland is in to attempt the point after. And the kick is good. 4 minutes and 44 seconds remain in the second quarter of action from Seacrest Field. Number 4 seed Lincoln Southeast has extended their lead over Columbus 17-0. Following the 17-yard touchdown run by Nigel Bridger, Lincoln Southeast will kick it off. And Columbus, with Trey Kobza back deep, will field this one. Cashland's kick is up and away. Bounces right at the goal line and then into the end zone for a touchback. Discoverers will take over 1st and 10 from the 20. Just a little under 5 minutes left in the first half. So far, this Columbus offense hasn't been able to get anything going against the Knights defense. High snap, Mickey recovers, hands it off to the misdirection to Esch, and he has a hole on the left side. Good for a Discover's first down. Garrett Esch with a gain of 12 or so, as now Esch was slow to get up, hobbling a little bit. Southeast trying to improve to 8-0 on the year. Columbus looking to improve to 7-3, and before the first down play, Columbus will take a timeout. Following the timeout, Columbus has a big opportunity here on this drive to put some points on the board. Entering halftime, they will get the ball to start the third quarter, so opportunity to score a little unanswered points if you're Columbus. As they'll send a receiver in motion, play action, keeper on the left side with Brody Mickey up to the 37-yard line. 5-yard gain. Tuioti was in on the stop for Lincoln Southeast. Makes it 2nd and 5 as we are under 4 minutes left in quarter number 2. Kobza in motion, and he'll get the handoff on the far sideline, then we pushed out of bounds. Nathaniel Gifford, brother of Luke and Isaac Gifford. Husker fans will know that last name. Pushes him out.
Ball carried by Kobza. Short gain on the play. Brings up third down.
3rd and short. And if the Discoverers are unable to get this first down, Craig Williams will have one heck of a decision to make. Columbus hasn't been able to get the passing game working all up to this point, as they'll have a carry on 3rd down, and then Taylor Tuioti denies the Discover's ball carrier. Gain of 1, if that, on that play. So 4th and 2. And now it's decision time, as Coach Williams still thinking it over. And it looks like he may let this one trickle down to 1 second on the play clock and then burn his second time out of the half. And he will indeed do that. And so Columbus will call their second time out of the half, and while they talk things over and decide what they want to do here on 4th down, we will take a break with them. Just under 3 minutes left in the first half from Seacrest Field. You're watching high school football on KLKNTV.com. Ready to round out the last 2 minutes and 57 seconds of this first half. Craig Williams has made a decision, and looks like to this point they'll keep their offense out there for the 4th and 2, and right as I say that, we'll scratch that idea and they'll punt this one away. Southeast looking to bring some blitz on the punt. Very low kick once again, and it'll take a friendly Columbus bounce all the way inside the 16-yard line and be downed right at the 15-yard line. So good job by Columbus reversing field. And the Knights will have to travel 85 yards to find the end zone. Here comes McGinnis Schneider, Tavion Thompson, and Applegate will be at the top of your screen with Derek Branch at the bottom. Schneider fakes the handoff on first down, keeps himself, tries to bounce outside, and he will do so unsuccessfully. Little to no gain on that play, keeps it 2nd and 10. From the 15. 2 minutes and 22 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Applegate and Steer at the bottom of your screen, and Thompson and Branch at the top. Butenbach will be in the backfield with Schneider, and he'll get the toss here on 2nd down, being chased down by Hausman, and he is taken down by Ernest Hausman. Big loss all the way back at the 9-yard line of Lincoln Southeast. And before you know it, Lincoln Southeast is faced with a 3rd and 16. All the way back at the 9-yard line are the Knights with 1:40 left. If the Discoverers can force a punt here, they can get some decent field position with time to work. As Hausman blitzing off the edge, drilled McGinnis Schneider in the backfield, and luckily for the Knights, Schneider was able to get rid of it before Hausman may have jarred that ball loose. Hausman came off that right edge completely unblocked. And just like that, Braden Boudreau